Here on Co-op Radio, I'm one of your hosts this afternoon, R.C. Weslowski.
And I'm the other host here, Steve Duncan.
Who's looking into his video recorder, so not paying attention.
I am, sort of.
What, paying attention or looking?
Both.
Okay. And we also have our guest in studio this afternoon, a fellow by the name of Chris Gilpin, who also goes by the nom de plume of Faust McKenzie as a performance poet in Vancouver. And welcome to the show, Chris.
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me back, Randy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Steve, looking forward to it.
There.
So, as we were explaining to Chris off-air, we like to jump right into some sort of piece by our guest, so take us away.
The crossroads were calling me. So I walked to my local Lebanese canteen, pulled up a seat, and stared hard at the Donair. I watched it turn. I watched it sweat. Donair scares me in the same way the Japanese porn scares me. I watched as a man who was hunched over in the shape of a question mark. He approached this vertical rotisserie purgatory, sliced off 3 strips of dung-colored mystery flesh, piled on red onions, lettuce, tomatoes, doused it all in Donair sauce, wrapped it up in a pita, wrapped the pita in wax paper, wrapped the wax paper in aluminum foil, and then handed me a one-way ticket to the crossroads, and a lot of napkins. Taking the first bite was like being slapped in the face from the inside of my mouth. During the second bite, my jawbone started to transmit Robert Johnson moaning something about the Mississippi. And after the third bite, I could see through time. Hills boiled up under my feet. And over my head, a rust-colored sky slammed down like a lid. Before me, 2 long and lonely roads collided. And in the place where they crossed stood Bob Barker. With a single flourish of his sickly pinstick microphone, my clothes vanished and a giant clown-sized name tag saying Faust appeared safety pinned to my left nipple. Other than that, all I had left were my girly low-cut Puma socks, the Donair, which was leaking Donair sauce onto my wrist and down my forearm, and my half-remembered Sunday school parables. My friend Jordy told me that the ancient Aztecs and Incans used Donair as a sacrament to visit the crossroads. They'd go there journeying across dimensions with their trombones and guitars to jam with Bob Dylan and Kylie Minogue. But I guess that was some other crossroads, because here it was just me and Bob Barker. He saw I was shaking. "Bit off a bit more than you can chew, haven't you?" he said. "Just drop the Donair, Dorothy, and you'll be home." But it was too late for that. Besides, back home, my plants were giving me the silent treatment. Back home, there were aluminum sparrows pretending they were nothing more than cars. Back home, I was just some guy who couldn't even play the guitar. So I stepped up, tapped on his anorexic microphone, and told him, "Look, Bob, I'm scared every single time we eat Donair." And then I took the next bite.
And he's brought Donair with him.
In honor of that idea, I wanted other people to share in the experience.
Hey.
The tasty treats.